Okay, so finally I get the privilege of interviewing you,
Yes.
getting you to sit down and getting quality time with you.
Okay.
So it was quite a blessing today. So I asked you if you remember where we met.
Yeah.
We met at the Artisan Lounge at
Yes.
Inkop,
Yes.
at the Inkop,
2016.
yeah.
Yeah, it was 2016. Yes, I remember.
That was the first time I met you, and you dropped a few bars for me, and I was like, how does this man breathe? Christopher Thabo Mkhize,
Yes, that's me.
also known as My Lord,
My Lord, yes.
and you're known all over Durban on the hip-hop scene.
Yes.
So I only know you from what I met, and since the Artisan Lounge.
Yeah.
Okay, but can we go back to where you started? When did you start rapping?
I started rapping, it was 1996. If I'm not mistaken. But
What made you start? How did you know that you could?
I started in 1996 and I stopped when I started to do crimes. You understand that?
Okay.
Because in the early ages, I was doing crime, housebreaking, doing some robbery. So that's the way I started to carry on with my music, you see. But since I went to the prison and come out of the prison, then I came back to music about 2011.
Okay. When did you go to prison?
I went to the prison from 96, 97, 98, 99, up to 2000. you see.
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years for
That's-
different cases, but
That's a long
I never
time.
been sentenced. You see, I never been sentenced. It was I was in the waiting trial. You see.
Wow. Okay. All right. So okay, I don't understand that part of the law and how it works, but that's a long part of your life.
Yes.
Can I ask you what led to what was going on in your life that you started committing crime? Like, how did it start? Because I know that now in your later work, part of your music is you have a message
Yes.
for people and
Yeah,
for
I know.
youngsters.
Yeah, I know.
So
yeah.
what is it that led to it that became a lifestyle that you thought it was an option?
No, that's a good question. So what was happening when I was a little boy, since I was wake up, so through my background, you see, my mother and my father, unfortunately my mother was not very close to my father, you see. So the situation, it was very difficult for me because like I never went even to school, you see.
Really?
You see, so
Did you grow up here in South Africa?
you have grew up in South
Okay.
Africa. As I'm doing this interview, like you have grew up in this house here. This is my home.
Okay.
You see.
Really?
Yeah, this is my home. That other side is my house. But
Okay.
here, this is my home. Is where I'm growing up here. You see.
Okay.
So what was happening? Some of the child when I was growing up, it was got the clothes. You see, like myself, I look like. It's difficult for me because I don't have someone can support. You
Yeah.
see. Even in school, you see. So it was very difficult for us. So what is happening, I thought myself, because my mother's got a child, let me go to town. You see, in the early ages, I went in town, we're doing some bakers. You see, to bake a place, give me 10 cents, I want to buy bread, I'm hungry. You see, once we do that, once we're starting to receive that cash money, what I can do, then I started to running away from home, then I stayed in town. You see, when I stayed in town, I just improved to breaking the house.
How old were you at the time when that started?
In the early ages, about like 12, 13.
Wow.
You see, I
Okay.
was very, very young.
Okay.
You see. Then I was starting to do some housebreaking. You see.
At 12?
Yeah.
Did you have older boys guiding you though? Were you
Yeah.
not? How does a 12-year-old have the courage to break into a house, or is it? Do you have the courage at that age?
Yeah, because now what is happening, you're moving with the people that has got the mentality of doing that.
Were you in a
see.
gang?
Yes.
Okay.
You see, then they tell us what we can do. We're learning from them. You
So they taught you all the tricks and the tips.
All those things.
And the kind of message that they said is, this is how you're going to make money. This is how you're going to make it in life.
You see. But so soon as you are growing up, you can learn, no, this is not good.
So just to, before we carry on then, so how did it feel though to have these older boys guiding you, like, and accepting you into the gang and teaching you things? Like, why did you stay?
No, I was telling the street.
Yeah, but why did you stay with the gang? What were they offering you? What were they giving you as a person that made you think, I want to go with them, I want to follow them?
No, in fact, they didn't give you the very good advice, because everybody in the street is only think for themselves, just for surviving. You see, it's not like if you are grow up like in your home, you've got father and mother to give you the guidance to grow up nice and tell you this is not good, this is good, you know. So if you are living in the street, because in the street it's not your brother, it's not your sister, so everybody's just
worried. You're alone. You fight for yourself.
You see, all in, it's about yourself. You see, so it was very easy to go and breaking the house and breaking the car and stealing something for other people. You see, unfortunately, on those times I thought, no, this is good, because I was wanted to satisfy myself. Understand that? So each and every year, when the time is going on, we improve the crime. Like we're starting to do the house breaking, the car breaking, then we're coming to do the house breaking. After we do the house breaking, we're doing the robbery, you see, and then we're going to in prison. It was the place that we are calling the place of safety, because it was underage, you see.
So how old were you when you went to prison?
When I was in the age of 16 years.
Then you went to prison?
Yeah, I went to prison.
And that was for 5 years?
Yes.
So you came out at 21?
Yes.
So when you ended up in prison, between the time of ending up in prison and obviously now coming out, at what point did you realize? Because I remember looking at your bio and speaking to you about it, and you realized that this was not... At what point did you realize this is not the life for me?
What was happening, another thing that is taking me away from crime. I've got a case that I did, but I'm not going to go in details. But I've did the case. Once I've did the case, the cops was looking for me. I was the most wanted. You see, I'm running away from town. I come back to my home here, the very same house here. And the police has got the information that I came back to my home. They come and looking after me in my home. Then I ran away from the farm at the NTW and worked there. I stayed there maybe about 2 years, you see. And after that, I came back. My brother told me, Tabo, the people never came here for quite long, understand that. So I started to stay there and looking for the job there by the construction. There is a new houses there. I've got a house like right now. Then I started to do a construction job, you see, to live a normal life like everyone, you see.
Was this after?
After I'm coming out of in prison, because like the police, I was the most wanted. I went to like I stayed about 2 years in there, then I came back to my home and I asked my brother. He told me, no, the cops didn't look after you. All this is when I was not there. You see, they didn't come, it was only come from that time, you see.
Okay, but now when you were in prison, just going back, what happened that you reached the conclusion in your mind that the way you've been living was wrong? And your mind started changing, because you were a totally different man today.
Yeah. No, you know, when I was in prison, it's funny thing, when I was sitting down and realized, you see, when I'm sitting down to stealing for the people, it's not good. You see, I realized that. You see, I'm stealing for the people, because I saw people, they are crying. And myself, I'm just stealing their radio, their cell phones, their money, and rob them. So when I was in prison, I realized my mind, no, this is not good at all.
So was it in prison that you started feeling bad?
Yes.
Okay, but when you were doing it before, it didn't seem like a bad thing?
Yeah, I didn't see like a bad thing, you see, because I was making money, you see, and at the same time, I just tell myself just because of I'm poor. You understand that? I'm coming from the bad background.
So is it okay for me to do
Yeah,
it?
but for me, I was looking like it's okay. But I know, like I realized my mind, that was not good at all. You see, because you know to abuse another human being is not good at all. You see. Okay. So what is happening then? I just went to the construction industry. I started to be assistant foreman. You see, assistant. Then I learned to use the dummy level. I used the tape measure to transfer the levels to how the building. Then I learned. Then I stick in that. You see. See, when I stick in that, it was 2001 or 2002. You see, to 2003. You see, to do the construction up to 2004, 2005, and 2006. On the 2011, 2010, when I go to Newcastle, for the construction job as well, I meet another guy. That guy is the producer. So when I came there, he told me, hey, in fact, I talked to them. Hey, my man, now who's the producer here? Because I know too many people that are doing the producer. And that guy told me, hey, his name is Doxa. He said, no, I'm a producer. I said, you're the producer. Okay, so, okay. Can I hear one of your sounds? Okay, just come to my house. Then I went to him. He played their beat. I listened to the beat. Hey, the first beat that has been played, because that thing is in me, you see. Immediately, I was having a feeling. I told him, hey, you know what? I can use this beat, you see. And he's saying to me, no, Tabo, if you can use this beat, why don't you use it now? So, no, let me try to record. Then I started to record, you see.
Were you rapping in prison?
Yes, I was rapping in prison.
Were you?
Yes, like I told you, like in 1996, one of the guys in Sawawa, the guy that is an artist, before he started to sing, I was rapping in a nightclub, you see. He was growing up in my hands, you see. Unfortunately, I wasn't stuck in music, I was stuck in crime, you see. So from that time, I went back, so on the end of 2010, then it's starting to 2011, you see. Because I was staying about a month in Newcastle, I came back here. We have about a month, I came back here. Then every time when I go to Newcastle, when I'm coming back here, nobody was get choked because I was in the city. No, people were surprised. See, I say, okay, let me play my song. Say, no, Tab, how come? I saw you last month. It wasn't nothing I was singing because I wasn't telling the people that I wanted to be a musician. You see, I've got this thing from deep inside of my mind, in my heart. You see, so when I play my song, all the people, when they listen to my song, hey, they choked, you see, and they encourage me. Say, Tabo, you do this thing. Why don't you carry on? You see, as from that time, I never got stopped because I was used to singing in the Cambridge, like you remember when I was writing my profile. I was in the Cambridge. When I saw the sound, I just go and promote myself. Even some of the people that I used to love, you see, but I wasn't care about them because I know that I do something that I feel from deep inside of my heart. You understand that? From there, the people, they start to recognize me.
But it wasn't always like that, was it? In the car we were chatting about where people wanted to stay away from you.
Yeah, people that wanted to stay away from me.
Like people who looked at you like a criminal, wasn't it?
Yeah, because you see the guy, most of my friends was carrying on to do the criminal activities. So since myself, I move away from the criminal activities. They move away from me. The best friend, they used to help me when I was a criminal. But since I ran away to be a crime, since I stopped to be a crime, everybody was running away from me. You understand that? So that's why I've got the songs like that, the power of the Lord. Because I'm speaking the truth, I'm speaking about something that has been happening in my life.
So where did the stage name My Lord come from?
Okay, the name of the stage, the name of My Lord is because I'm a 7 days Adventist.
Okay.
Yes, I believe in God 100%. Like I say, everybody was run away from me, but God never ran away from me, you see. So I pray You see, I'm coming from a difficult situation, even if I can't go in details. But when I'm preaching people they say, my Lord. You see, because one of my brother was the Rasta. I was staying with the guys, Marcus, Bright, that guy is the Rasta. So they used to greet the people with my Lord. You see, they call me my Lord. So even myself, when I'm calling people my Lord, the name of my Lord, they're just growing like that. You see, so everyone they just call me my Lord. Even if I can go to preach the word of the Lord, because I used to go and preach the word of the Lord in clinic, in the different places, even to preach the criminal guys as well.
Really?
You see, yes, that's true. You see, because I'm a preacher. I'm preaching the word of the Lord, even if I'm a hip hop. So that's why I've got a lot of people, because some of them they know me when I'm preaching the word of the Lord, and some of them they know me when I'm singing. You understand? So all of them they know this is a preacher or this is a singer. So that's why I make sure my music is clean. I've got a message.
Everyone knows my Lord.
Now, everyone knows my Lord. Even if I never came to the TV, but many people they know me. Like all the African artists, they know me.